Hello everyone. This week at N.E.S.T Outreach we're going to be looking at vocab. In particular, we're going to be looking at transition sentence starter words. And we will look at words which are helpful for starting sentences, interesting and sophisticated. So when you're starting a sentence, instead of starting it with just the noun, or the, or he, she, they did this, we're going to think about how we can make our sentences more interesting and flow on from each other. So the structure of today's lesson: number one, we're going to overview the four main types of transition words. Number two, we'll have a summary list of examples to use. Number three, we'll have an example from a paragraph. Number four, we'll be using set transition words. Number five, have a go at writing our own sentences. Number six, a recap. Number seven, we're going to be changing our own paragraph so we can include some of these new sentence starters. So these are really helpful ways of improving your own learning and helpful for creative writing or practical things like a CV or document. So these are the four main categories. Number one, words to show contrast. So these words make the last sentence seem different to the other and help emphasize this difference. For example, one good word which can be used is the word however. So this morning I walked into town to meet my friend. However, I forgot what time I was supposed to meet them, so we didn't see each other. So you're showing a contrast from the previous sentence. However, I forgot what time it was, so I didn't meet them. So your second sentence is contradicting your original statement. This shows, where it contrasts the previous one. It shows a simple start to the first sentence, starting with this morning. So this morning, that's quite a basic way to start a sentence, it's stating something. And however is a more complex example. It's a good transition word. As a general rule, and that's another complex transition starter there, these words usually are followed by a comma. There's a comma after however to add pause and an emphasis and a change in how you're going to display it. Okay, the second form of transition sentence starters are words that add to an idea or build on the previous sentence. These words, in contrast to the first example, are to help build emphasis on the last sentence. For example, the shop was filled with busy workers and loud noises. Also, there were many different products available to buy. So this is building on the idea of the shop being busy and active. It's also got a wide range of products available. Another substitute we could use is furthermore. The shop was filled with busy workers and loud noises. Furthermore, there were many different products available to buy. So this is a way of saying, if we split this up into two words, further and more, further going longer or increased, and more is additionally. So it's a singular word made up of two words, but it helps build on an idea. The third category, words that show cause. These words show a link to the previous sentence which directly caused something else. At 2:30 p.m. it started to rain. Consequently, I put on my waterproof jacket. So consequently means something happened as a consequence of the previous issue. Another word we can use to show cause is therefore. So we've swapped around the idea this next sentence. At 2:30 the sun came out. Therefore I took off my jacket. So you're taking off your jacket because it's warm, and the therefore highlights what the previous sentence says. Point number 4. Finally, words that add emphasis. So these words build on and construct something that builds on the same theme of the previous sentence. They're helpful ways of rounding something up. A good word to use with this is primarily. For example, John decided to quit his job. Primarily, this was because of the stress it had caused him. Primarily is a way of emphasizing the main reason for something. Prime is a prime number,